This Trump video is nuts. This is from his speech last night. He came out and directly stated this, and I think it's so huge. Let's listen.
This persecution is being done by the same weaponized agencies that for 7 years have been running illegal psychological warfare campaigns against the American people, much as if they were trying to destabilize a foreign country from the.
My God, it's the most. It's literally, that's in a sentence. That's literally it's the entire basis for the DevOps that John has written about, and for the QOP, which I think runs in parallel, as you've talked about. They're part of the same op. That's why people trying to convince you that they're somehow contradictory are completely retarded. That's the second retarded I'll drop tonight.
Yeah.
But this tells you not only the why, but that the fact that it's coming from Trump tells you that he knew the why of why you would need to implement some, as if you're invaded by a foreign country.
I want to play this again. He's talking about the weaponized agencies. So think the weaponization of government, one, but he's talking about an illegal psychological warfare operation being run on American citizens. Now, if you're a president and you understand that and you see that happening, what are you within your rights to do to respond to that? Like think about how do you compete against that? Like this right here is him basically saying, I had to set up my own psychological operation to bypass there. Like he had to create the Q movement to defeat this. Like this is the biggest proof you can find right here.
Yep.
He goes on to list every major psyop that these weaponized agencies have done against the American people since he's been in office. Every single one.
Right. But what first came to mind with this was Trump saying that the American people were under attack by their own agencies. And that's a justifiable cause for Trump to be able to use the levers of devolution and COG, in my mind, to defend the country and fulfill his oath that he took to defend the country and the Constitution.
Who did Trump put in charge of the Department of Defense just like 7 days or 6 days, 2 days after Biden was declared the winner of the election?
Yes.
But 7 days after the election, it was Chris Miller, an expert in military information support operations, which is PSYOPs and information operations, unconventional warfare. Who did they put in charge of special operations? Ezra Cohen-Watnick. They made the whole thing where they cut the red tape for these two. Kash Patel is the one who stonewalls the Biden administration about everything in special operations. How do you fight against an enemy that is conducting illegal psychological warfare against your own citizenry? You fight back. Like you don't fight PSYOPs with guns. You fight them with your own PSYOPs. Ever since Biden got inaugurated, we have been fighting back using PSYOPs, but they're truth PSYOPs.
Why do our PSYOPs work and theirs don't? I don't think it's just because our guys are better at PSYOPs. This is where the understanding of game theory, finite player versus infinite player, comes into play that I've been trying to educate myself on. The reason that we know Patriots are the infinite player on the game board is literally what John says there. Patriots are operating from a foundation of truth. They know that the crimes they are psyoping people into the recognition of actually occurred. Where the deep state is playing a finite game because they have no actual to back up their PSYOPs. That's why eventually the string runs out on that kind of a PSYOP. There's nothing underlying it.